So we've been driving now for what? Less than 3 hours, eh? 3 hours on the best blacktop we could afford here in Cameroon. We had 2 toll gates on the way through. And now we're going to head to the bush, heading this way up here. We've probably still got about 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours at least ahead of us, depending on the quality of our drivers. We'll see how it goes. But the roads degrade considerably when you get off the blacktop into these holes over here. So it'll be a lot slower going. It'll probably be 20 miles an hour top speed some of these places, but we'll keep on going. So we basically follow the Chadian border coming out of Ngondere. We've sort of come up from the eastern side of Cameroon. So we're now going to cut straight going almost due west from here towards the Dietrich Park, and then we'll sort of loop around the park and get to camp. So let the adventure begin. We're all still bright and smiling and clean and smiling at the moment. It might be a bit different the next time we talk about it. Sunrise first morning, guys. How's that?
It doesn't get any better than that.
Tell you what, West Africa, so different. Sight, sound.
So this here is what Mike's saying to us is a sort of a track, which is quite interesting. If you compare this to a Cape Eland further south, it wouldn't be a huge track, but he's saying this is a really nice track. So they're just having a discussion and seeing what they're going to decide. This is also quite nice and fresh. This is last night. So our first real kind of prospect of a track.
We've just been driving around. It's what, 9:45 now, our first morning, checking out some salt licks and stuff. We just came down to check the salt lick here. There was a herd of eland that was working this area sort of on the last hunt, and they kind of like this area up towards, heading towards the hills further up here. So we'll start being a bit more cautious of what we're seeing and what we find. Just going across a tree here that these eland are pushed over. And it pushes down the whole tree. And if you look, he's eaten that bud there and that bud there. He's broken this off here, and he's eaten that bud there. And that piece there. They just eat the ends of it. That's all they eat. You can wreck a whole tree, and they just eat the fresh green shoots on the end. We're just looking at this, and if you have a look here, Jeff, you can see how dried out this is.
Yeah.
Now, the tracks are from this morning, and even the dung that you pick up is almost rock hard already.
Yeah.
We're hitting almost 11 o'clock. So these things are going to be a fair ways ahead of us. It's pointless us taking the track from here. I just want the trackers just to go around. I just want to find out which way these eland have gone. And then we'll go and do a loop around the front and see if they've come out the block or if they have not. If they have not, then at least it gives us a starting point for tomorrow morning. You know, you've got to come in and check the tracks. Now, we'll probably do an early start, get up at probably 4 o'clock and get here at daybreak. That's our best option on these things here. 6 o'clock on the bell. We left camp early this morning, woke up at 4. Came out here to try and cut some tracks early this morning. We're just taking it easy for a while, just waiting for it to lighten up a bit so we don't drive over any eland tracks. But a nice cool start to the morning. We even had the North Dakotans putting up their top buttons and all sorts of funny things. Jeff still got his hands in his pocket, he's freezing. But none of them have got sense enough to wear shorts, so here we go. We'll see how it goes. Second morning, hopefully we'll cut some tracks and have a good day.
What you can see here is the height where the eland has actually snapped off this tree, and I mean it's basically more than a hand around. So for him to snap that off, it's got to be, gives you an idea how tall he stands, because that's got to be pretty low on the base of his horns to snap off a branch that big, just to eat a couple of twigs all along and mostly at the top. So it's massive. I mean, just looking at that, massive.
And you can see these guys here have walked over our track from yesterday. In fact, it looks like it's probably this morning's track. The trackers are just fanning out just to see which way they've headed and what's going on. So it walked back past the vehicle. They've actually stood in our tracks from yesterday. So it looks good. Some fresh dung, but it's still, you see it's dried out already. It's not as fresh as. We always used to say if you can squeeze it between your fingers, it's less than 3 hours old. So it's a good start, but the mucus and all that's dried off it already. So. Ça c'est le bœuf, non? C'est la nourriture des élands. They're keeping the eland food with him, and tu veux faire quoi avec?
Je vais faire un autre.
Oui.
Après, je vais creuser le thermicien. Dans terre là-bas.
Ok. Et ça fait comment?
C'est pour
le
freiner.
freiner. So this is what he's doing. He's going to take the small shoot. Obviously, that's the tree that they've been feeding on. So he's going to take just the small shoot, which is all they eat, and he'll find 1 or 2 more. Then he's going to find a spot in the termite mound, dig a hole in there and bury it. And that's going to slow them down. There you go. So basically what he's done is taken just the fresh buds, tied them together, that's their food, and he's now buried them inside the termite mound. And that's going to slow these eland down so we catch up to them quickly. Fresher that is. The dung at the back there, we said it had no mucus or anything on it. You can see the wet layer on this stuff here. So we're definitely catching. I saw about 7 there. I didn't see a bull with them at all. Not even a young bull. I just saw females in that there. We've just got 2 of our trackers are taken off. We've been up here in the far northern reaches of the concession this morning looking for some eland tracks, and one of those areas when you're close to the communities it's always an edgy thing, and we've driven in here and there was about 4 poachers there. Jeff, you saw 4 guys took off running as we came here, so we've been struggling to find the eland tracks, but we bump into these poachers who are obviously coming in and out the edge of the concession here looking for whatever they can to sustain themselves. We get an update here, the guys come back, they took off at speed trying to go and catch them, but with a 200-yard head start they weren't gonna catch him, unfortunately. But yeah.
I got myself some slip-slops, Mike.
There you go. At least you walk quietly instead of those bloody noisy boots of yours.
You're not kidding, man. Vinegar. Salt.
What do you mean vinegar?
You think this is for preserving the meat, eh?
That's dried gin.
Oh, gin.
Yes. The guys were going to come out here and enjoy life. This guy's in a bit of shit because he's got no food. There's all of his flour.
But you got
and sugar.
liquor? What's this, Mike?
It's
What's that?
like a peanut, ground peanuts.
Oh, ground, yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Sugar is here. There's a little. Yeah, this bugger, he's got some plan going, yeah?
Well, at least that's some food that he won't be able to eat for the next 3 or 4 days.
Yes, but you're so right. They didn't prioritize the food, but the liquor is there.
C'est le bonne chance.
Ça là peut-être ils ont les gens là-bas, les gens qui ont campé en bus.
Ils ont attaché la viande pour
You
ramener
see,
à la maison d'abord.
Avant de revenir.
you can see on the left on the rubber the blood from the last lot. They obviously tied into a bundle. They've taken it back to the village and now they're on their way back in for more.
Oh, okay.
Thought we'd change some things up a little bit today. Luther was first on the gun the first couple days. I'm going to start today. We're going to a new area, the concession, and hopefully we'll get on some tracks and find a nice bull, nice old bull like we're after.
As I came around, he was looking for the tracks here. He actually bumped into a baby. The young one took off in this direction. I'm sure the herd's obviously headed in there. Have to just keep our eyes open in the shade. The heat is bad, but this cooling towel helps quite a bit. 110 degrees. Not used to this from North Dakota. Oh, Jeff. He's still young, that bull. These ones are still thin. Yeah. A big black neck. Behind the tree, here come the side, Chief. No, to the right, reload. Day 4. We had a bit of fun yesterday. Followed Eland all over the place and then bumped into them at last light out in the open. Thought we'd change the batting order so at least we can get some runs on the board today. Thanks, Jeff. Luther on the gun. And we've cut some tracks at just after 6, 6:30, 6:45 this morning. We're just trying to figure it out. This Eland obviously like this area. The guys bumped into them last night coming back. And there's some fresh tracks, some old tracks and all sorts of stuff here. So just get the guys fanned out. We've been on some fresh tracks all along, but they've now got into an area where they've been feeding quite a bit. Just trying to differentiate between yesterday and today's tracks. Let's see where the bark's been taken off here. You agree that's where the eland's horns were? We twisted it off. I'll give you an idea. Awesome. Sideways now, walking away to the left, head hitting solid. Lots of blood. I don't know where he's bleeding from because that's a little bit of blood and it's dropping on the ground. Put in the behind his shoulder, tight behind his shoulder. Still quite high, you see you hit it. Merci beaucoup de pisteur. Merci beaucoup. No, rien à le patron, c'est sa boulot. Oh. Thanks, Mike. Guys, oh, there goes a tip for them guys. Good job, guys. Good job. Thanks, man.
Well, this is day 6 of our Cameroon hunt, and we've been mostly concentrating on eland, and we've had a lot of tough hunting, and some of it self-inflicted, but we've been tracking hard and working hard, and finally we've seen a really nice buff here, so we decided to give a go at this guy, and didn't make the most perfect shot on this too, but thanks to some good trackers and some good guides here, legendary Mike, we got him down.
You say more to the trackers.
Beautiful, nice bull. He's
These buffalo are different than the Cape Eland, and they're quite interesting and a beautiful specimen here. So
now, northwest buffalo, eh?
Yeah.
Northwest, obviously quite a lot smaller than your Cape buffalo. And the neat thing is, I mean, they got incredible color variation, and you look at him and his hindquarters almost reddish, and his shoulders getting dark as he goes forward. We saw some red ones yesterday, so they got incredible color variation and totally different shaped horns, and then obviously they're big colorful ears too. So a neat trophy from back here. And well done, Jeff.
Thanks, mate.
I think we should say thanks to the trackers, where they put in the hard miles.
Trackers. Good job, guys.
Okay, it's fine, it's going down, it's going down, dead. If there's anything unusual that's been happening on this hunt, it's happened, that's for sure. Look at this bushbuck. We snuck on him here, we tracked him down.
Yeah, because he's back here.
Yeah, there you can see where he was standing. And we're just wiping up some blood to prep him for the shot, and we found a couple of entrances. And our dear cameraman, or Aussie over here, ever vigilant, said, did you guys see that tree back there? I thought, oh, it's obviously gone through the bushbuck in there. But that's why we shoot with the 375, because now you've just shot a bushbuck through the bush.
Well, for what I could see, that was my shot, but I guess
you sure wrecked the tree.
Pretty lucky it went through. We'll take it.
Well, as you can see, we finally got the elusive bushbuck. Been looking quite a few days, and just finally got on him. We're over on the bluff over there and just noticed him. So in terms of Cameroon, a relatively short stock, and actually got pretty darn close to him, so it went well. He was in a bush, coincidentally enough, and the bullet went through a small branch to get to him. We found out with a pretty big entry wound, so we're just pretty fortunate. But with the 375, it doesn't take too much with these guys. So bullet went where it's supposed to, and it all went well. So another check box in the spiler horn, so we're good. Thanks.
Trying to take a step or two then. Oh, that's the calf walking up. Yeah. I want that to the left of him, eh? Yep. Now walking to the calf. You see he stopped in a gap. Yep, and he's facing to the right. That's it, yep.
Yeah, we were just getting home from hunting and heading back to camp, and we seen this nice hartebeest, so we thought we'd take a chance and got a good one. Real nice old hartebeest, heavy. Happy with him.
Straight through this gap, yes. He's long, he's just too young. He's not. Amazing, we've been looking for eland for 13 hours now. Looking for tracks of eland or eland for 13 hours. And now everyone come walking up to you. Saw one bull, it wasn't black, but he was long enough, he was solid. Again, not far from the park border. Just every time we try, we push them through. It's not worth it.
Damn wind had us.
The wind had us nailed straight off the get-go, yeah. Just feel it in our back. See the cow. See the bull sniffing here. And you get a shot at him. That's how you do it. Let me show you. Properly that time. You may have hit him a bit high, he's down now. Jeff, buddy.
The third time's finally a charm.
It does. Fourth time even better. Man, that was one fantastic hunt. Bouba, les gens là, ça c'est une chasse phénoménale. Hein? Vraiment, merci beaucoup. What an awesome hunt, eh, Jeff?
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
These things are all they're cracked up to be. I could hunt these things for the rest of my life.
What do you think I do it for, buddy? Man, that's a hell of a thing. Eh?
You've taught me so much, I don't think I'm in your caliber yet.
No. You learn from these chaps, that's the thing. These
Yeah. Thanks, Benjamin and Binocular Herd. Thanks, guys. Good job, guys.
Man, that was a fantastic hunt.
Well, now the barrel.
We picked up their tracks this morning.
Yeah,
At
about
8 o'clock.
8:30. Tracked them till what? 11:30.
It's 6:03 now.
Yeah. I don't know.
that?
We must have walked about, I don't know, 7 miles. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Now, to exactly how many kilometers we walked 13 kilometers.
Close to 7, 6.5.
Now, you guys talk a funny language. 13 sounds a lot more impressive.
I don't care. When it's 110 degrees, it's impressive no matter how far you're walking.
Boy, what a hunt. What a hunt. I mean, how many times we walked miles around to get all the way downwind from them.
I was surprised we could get in front of them the way they were moving.
Incredible. Hey, when the wind starts
And the
like
wind, because if they had kept coming and then the wind screwed us.
that, several times.
Yeah, several. The wind.
Yeah, boy, you hit him solid there a good couple of times. Let's go and look here. Beautiful, magnificent bull.
Okay, this is the prize I came to Cameroon for. Dealt with the long flights. This was our 8th day?
I don't you guys arrived, I think it is 8th day.
8th day of hunting and tracking in 110-degree heat almost every day. Hours and hours of tracking. We tracked this one 7 hours today. A beautiful old Lord Derby Eland, the most majestic animal I believe in Africa. When I seen my first one at SCI, I fell in love with these things.
No, I must say, if you got the same addiction as me, honestly, to me, other than elephant, there's nothing that compares to these guys in Africa. Really, they are absolutely special. Challenging hunting, they're tougher than hell. They cover ground like nothing else. It's hot, it's not easy to walk out here. But when you walk up on a magnificent beast like this, boy, makes you want to do it again tomorrow, eh?
It does. I didn't realize how challenging it was going to be. It's extremely hard.
It is.
This is, I think I've lost a little weight tracking these things, I'll tell you that.
We certainly consume some water. I think we bring about 14 liters of water with us every day.
And it's
done.
Oh.
That excludes that we've got in the camelbacks, and each of us have got almost half a gallon or a gallon in there. So yeah, we've drunk some water, we've covered some miles, but boy, it makes it worth it, doesn't it?
When you get this thing on the ground, it's all worth it. And I want to come back next year.
Well, we pulled the trigger just after 6 o'clock. It's now 6:15. I think the first time we spotted them was just after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So just getting in position for a shot took us just over an hour. And we had them walk within probably 75, 80 yards of us in the beginning.
And then the wind bugged
And they winded us, and of course the big bull was never at the front. There was a younger bull that walked up front and we didn't want to shoot him. And then when they winded us and trotted off, I saw this old chap running at the back there, and I thought, well, that'll certainly make a bit of effort worthwhile. But Jeff, well done, mate.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
You certainly earned this one, eh? Those miles certainly added up, and it certainly is a magnificent, magnificent trophy, eh?
Oh, it's beautiful. This is going right above the fireplace. I know where he's going.
Special place, eh?
Yeah.
Look at the size of his neck, eh?
Yeah.
Just the width of his neck.
And
He's starting to lose a bit of that winter neck, the bit of the black. He's losing that a bit. We're in March already, so it has warmed up quite a bit. But it's just a magnificent big neck. His dewlap, I don't know if you saw him when he was standing there.
Yeah, there's a big,
dewlap just
beautiful
drops. Absolutely phenomenal animals.
And a nice old bull. That's the kind you want. It's time. He was time to be taken.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And very well done, eh? Absolute beaut. Well done,
Thanks again, Mike. I've had so much fun.
I'll show it into the air for us, please.
Why?
Because we want to see how you flinch.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's not bad. Do that.
See how to make it.
Just wave his tail. Yeah. Just like that. Dropped him right there. Reload. That's how you do it. Luther, my friend. Oh man.
Thanks, Michael.
You earned this, my buddy. You've earned this. A fantastic ball, man.
Hey,
Well done.
13 days, boys. Michael.
Well, this. Fantastic. Well done, my man. Well done. Absolutely stunning. Buddy Luther, well, it's been what? 12 days of hard graft, eh? We've had some fun, we've had some interesting hunts, we've had some bloody challenging things. We've seen cows, we've had cows at 10, 15 yards. We've had young bulls broadside at 100 yards. We just haven't had anything to shoot until today. And boy, I tell you what, you put in the miles and you put in the effort and finally it's paid off. Beautiful bull over here. That's what, about 11 k's since we picked up tracks this morning. So we've had quite a long day out here. I think, what do you got the time on you? It must be after 4 o'clock or something. I know we finally saw these guys at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, was when we first saw it. So it took a long time for us to get around them. It is now, yeah, 4:15. So an hour and 15 minutes worth of stalking to get around these chaps. We'd see cows, we'd see calves, and just never got a look at these guys. And finally they came to rest on this plateau over here, and we sort of snuck all the way around it, and a little bit nervous of the wind, which was very iffy at this time of the day. And since we actually saw them, it's given us away once or twice already. But finally we got into position and some cows finally moved off, and as they moved off, this chap stepped out. He came obviously out this little hollow behind us here. He came and stood broadside, and perfect shot. He didn't give you much to see. It was tough for you to see. I know his head was behind the trees and everything. So you had to put a bit of faith in me there, and I appreciate that. But a beautiful shot, broadside, just dropped him exactly where he stood, and a beautiful Lord Derby bull. Hey? Nice and long. He's lost a bit of his black mane, but I tell you what, a beautiful, beautiful animal. And a great, fantastic hunt. That's the most important.
Absolutely.
Well done, Luther. Well done, buddy. Lots of effort.
Well done, my man.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well done,
Michael. It's been good. I think, Luther, we planned this 4 years ago at the pub at Lentaba, I think in the East Cape, and here we are. Day 13 of a 14-day hunt, and I tell you what, we took it to the wire, and we were pretty worn out. So I don't think we're going to be up at 4:30 tomorrow morning or 4 o'clock.
Well, we've still got a buffalo to do, so maybe 4:45 would be us to sleep in now. I'm not a slave driver, I just enjoy hunting.
There we go. But yeah.
Well, it took us 5 days to get on an Eastern Cape Eland, and it took us 12 to get on this. So I think
Not your thing, eh?
I think we'll get off the Eland for a while, Carl. But what a great experience.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic hunt. Well done, guys. Well done.
Soko mi yetimon nasarendo monsieur Jeff be Luther be wari ha lesdi amen do. Allah wadi barka, Allah yettina be jam, Allah yettina be ha pereje be yettata jam, Allah yetta be ha sare mabbe jam. Donc men hebi sewo wani, donc Allah yara be, Allah joga be me ko dubi fere be wara fain, wara be huwa be menen, be wari do fottini amen fu men heban ko men hebata to seda men yama. Allah wadi barka mi yetti be.